Still offline, still offline, still offline, still offline. Okay, online live. Ooh, welcome. Ooh, welcome everyone. Welcome internet. Welcome Twitch and welcome YouTube. Wherever you guys are watching this. Doo-doo.
This.
Oh, yeah, that's the wrong music. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So today we are gonna continue this return to Shironagasu Island stream. And Inya,
Yes.
can you tell us what happened last time?
Last time, we choose the wrong decision, and then we we end up to be food for the monster in Shironagasu Island. No, it's just another load. We have the right decision.
Hey,
Yay!
who was that? Who was that?
uh,
Freddy
uh,
Lanch.
uh, uh,
welcome,
hello,
welcome.
lunch.
Thank you for the
Hello,
follow. Really
hello.
appreciate it. We have not started playing yet. We have not continued this game yet, but we will. We have reached chapter 5 of this visual novel. Yeah, as Inya has told you guys before, we ended up taking the bad end last time, but fortunately we have a save file here and we can continue to the chapter 5, to the 5th chapter.
Yay!
Let's go. So
Let's
Ikeda
go.
has been sedated in this high technology simulation room, I believe. And we are being helped by the virtual Neneko, and we're now conscious again. But the thing is, we don't have the same memory. Ikeda remembers there's one more passenger. No, passenger. What
Guess in
gas?
the
Yeah, in this manner that's still with them. But Neneko doesn't remember a thing about her, Aurora. So let's see what's going to turn up. So
yay.
come on, come on,
Let's find out the demon, and then
snap.
I will shout again.
Mm.
Okay. Hmm.
How do Ikeda sounds like again? Come on,
I
snap
don't
out
know.
of it already. Let's go to the door. Be careful.
Wait, I guess I must change my connection
Mm.
first.
Okay. Done.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh, uh, I feel sick just being here.
I'm not a shining picture of health myself either. I also don't want to run into that creature. What a strange place. Looks like blood is flowing from underneath the door in the back.
Mm, I couldn't open that door with my card. Oh, the blood one.
No,
Yes.
the one that has Ikeda in it.
Ah, okay. I might be able to open it with Thomas' card. It has not been fully analyzed, but I don't think we should do that right now.
Hmm, you're right. We've already collected a lot of information anyway. Wonder what will happen next. We should get out of this place first. Let's look for the stairs. We have no choice but
Mm,
to go this way. But we wouldn't be able to hide anywhere.
I'll run away if anything scary shows up. You can take care of it.
Let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Okay.
Uh,
I keep thinking about what Abby asked you. She asked you who killed Thomas and Sir Raymond. That would mean that whoever is responsible for his murders is not someone from the mansion. You couldn't be sure about that because that's just Abe Abby. It's not Vincent. By the way, my OBS is red right now. Please.
Ah,
My OBS is red.
oh,
It's
okay.
unstable for some reason. Please, please. Be stable. Keep it green. OBS, please. Okay, thank you. Let's continue.
Yes. Okay.
No, it's red again. Okay, it's green. No,
Yeah.
no, it's red again. Okay, it's green. Oh no,
Well,
it's yellow. It's green. Ah,
yeah, whatever.
green. Ah, green. Ah, green. Okay.
Which means that one of the guests did it? That that would be just as scary as.
Indeed. We're in quite a quandary and have to keep the killer in mind as well.
I, I got off the elevator here.
Looks like it's out of order right now. I'm not surprised. They already know that we're underground. Are they preventing us going back up again?
Does that mean that we have to go further to the rear? That, that's where that creature came from. I so don't want to go there.
Huh? Hey, look! There's a door over there. By the way, hello Jordan. Thank you for coming in. Thank you in advance for a shout
Hey,
out.
Jordan.
That's-
Hello, Jordan.
Yeah, he won't hear
Let's
you.
watch the demon again.
He just opened this stream to take a screenshot and post to his Twitter that we are streaming right now. Okay.
Okay. Huh? Why didn't you just notice that staircase before?
It's locked though. It's no match for my lockpicking skills. There we go. I'm glad that the door's open. Abby could have placed a booby trap though. Get down, Nico. If she did, it is probably a wire trap with explosives attached to it.
Mm,
Eh.
mm,
Hmm.
she always said,
It's okay. There's no trap. Either she didn't have the time to place it or she thought she wouldn't need to. Well, we can't escape from this island anyway. Perhaps they will want to play with us a little longer. Looks like we hit the jackpot. I think that this spiral staircase goes all the way to the ground floor. Just have to make it all the way up to the top. Nadeko is about to breathe a sigh of relief, but I stop her. I hear footsteps. Someone is coming down the stairs. Signal to
Who's
Neneko,
that?
and we hide underneath the spiral staircase. The area below the stairs should be a blind spot. Moment I see someone appear in front of me, I hold up my gun.
Yeah, you always
Freeze!
hold up your gun.
Why is Alex here? Why are you here? You're so
Hello,
fishy.
Alex.
You're sus number 2
Hello,
after
Alex.
Vincent.
Yes,
Mm.
he's always everywhere.
Yes. At an unexpected area.
Hello, Alex. Alex Warner.
Wow! You surprised me. What are you doing down here? What? Alex? Would you mind pointing your gun at somewhere else? That will depend on your answer. This is a place where you can normally get to, you know? How did you manage to get in here? Why are you sneaking about? I could ask the same thing. You got down here before I did, after all. Were you guys hired by people from this mansion? You don't seem to grasp your predicament, Alex. I'm asking you, not the other way around. You really are as brutal as they say. Alright, I'll tell you what I know. Just please stop pointing that gun at me. It scares me. Alright then. Since you came all the way down here, how about you show us the way back up? You don't want to go down there. There are too many disturbing things in the basement. Disturbing? What happened down there? Never mind. I'll show you the way up. Yeah, he vomited when he saw that face getting hanged into the wall, right? Threatened by my gun, Alex reluctantly begins to climb the stairs. Hey, nice CG. I see. It appears I will need to talk to Alex as well. Not sure yet if he's our enemy, but if he knows how to sneak into a place like this, he's definitely familiar with the island.
As I
Time
know before
for
from the document that Neneko
only
found
Neneko,
before.
and only Neneko remembers that. We don't know
Oh
that
yes.
document, and we also don't know that if Neneko wants to talk because her personality, that
Yeah, yeah,
shy.
that's a stupid thing. This is an important things that Ikeda must know about it. Wouldn't she just tell him?
Yeah, because she's stupid. Alex, the way you're sneaking around, you don't appear to be just a regular guest. Who the hell are you? Were you hired by someone? Hi, don't be silly. I came to this island for personal reasons. I'm not doing this for anyone. And I should believe you. You didn't just happen to stumble upon a place like this. Then you're willing to risk death, sneaking around like that. I'm aware of the danger. Still, there's something I have to look into. And what is that? It's that my grandmother might have been a client of this facility in the past. I came to this island to discover the truth. He said it himself, so Neneko doesn't need to talk about it, I guess.
Yeah.
That should be enough, right? I don't know, I didn't work for the mansion and no one hired me. In any case, I'm suspicious of you guys. Don't be silly. I almost became a victim of human experimentation just now. If you're not working for the mansion, you should be careful. It's now clear as a day that they are our enemies. They have also created monsters on this island. Monsters? Human experiments are
We don't
one
know.
thing, but I find it hard to believe. Well, it's the truth. The sooner you believe that, the better, for your own sake. Tell me about your background, birthplace, family name, everything. My life is an open book. My name is Alex Werner. I'm an American of British. Okay, so you need to read it in British accent now.
Okay.
How to do that?
I don't know.
The Werner family made its fortune in arms manufacturing and export during the Civil War. After that, we further grew our wealth on the stock market.
I guess it's not. It not sounds like British accent.
We managed to keep a low profile. But I don't know. but we're but we're one of the few billionaires families in the United States. That sounds rather comfortable. Now look at Neneko. She might know about his family. She will be able to verify the accuracy of his information. Huh. Looks like he's telling the truth.
Oh, okay. Graham Werner, a descendant of the Werner family who earned a huge fortune in arms export, sold his stocks just before the Wall Street crash in 1929 and
Hmm.
increased his wealth by buying up stocks at rock bottom prices, becoming one of the most celebrated wealthy men of the 20th,
Century.
okay,
By the way,
20th
is this
century.
real? Is this a real person? We should look this up
Uh,
after the stream.
yeah,
Graham Werner and Wall
Graham
Street
Werner.
crash 1929. We will
I don't think. I don't
will
think it's real.
I don't know, man. Seems real to me.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Yeah.
He also invested actively in Hollywood and was a founding member of a large studio, but now his name is engraved onto one of the largest
Do you
studios.
mean Warner? Warner
Maybe
Bros?
let's check it out right now. I just like I wondering. In 1969, he died of heart disease, which he had been afflicted with for many years. I read this in the article about Hollywood 3 years ago on December 2nd.
Oh, my birthday. What she says?
Yeah, Hari Bumi.
Is that correct? What the? Oh, no, it's all correct, but how can she remember something in detail?
I think that my ability is blessing as well as a curse. I can't forget anything, even if I want to.
Ability? You have a photographic memory. That's very unexpected. Hmm. Alex appears to be more shaken than surprised by Nineko's ability. He seems to be afraid that we know too many details about him and his family. He's still hiding something. About Alex. I'm afraid that's all there is to tell. Hmm? Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
about you sneaking around then. Alex, how did you manage to sneak into this basement stairway? Shouldn't be so easy to get in here. There's no way you just happened to find the staircase while you were looking for the toilet. But that's precisely what happened. Why did she keep going downstairs? It looks so fishy. You look so fishy. When I was looking for the toilet, I happened to stumble upon the stairway. Um, alright, I'll tell you the truth. Don't look at me like that. My grandmother told me about it. She told me that there's a hidden staircase that leads down to the basement. Stories helped me find it. I'm not lying, really. Your grandmother's stories? It is true that Alex has been searching around the mansion for quite some time. If Alex were working for the mansion, he wouldn't have behaved like that. He's probably telling the truth. It's a.
Wait, it not disappear.
So, Alex, what do you know about this island? I don't know a lot, but if you're an outsider, I don't think you should look into things so thoroughly. Thanks for the advice, but we can no longer go back to the way things were when we arrived here. Tell me everything you know. Hmm. I was investigating illegal activities that were taking place on this island. One of them was the organ trade. The trade of organs and transplants may have been carried out on this island. Came here to uncover the truth. Neneko told me that there were operating rooms and specimens preserved in formalin in the basement. I'm certain that illegal organ trade and transplants were carried out here. Really? So there is a surgical facility on this island. You find any documents? For example, any medical records about my grandmother?
Yeah, Naneko, it's time to show up.
Let's go, Neneko. Time to talk. Neneko pokes my back.
Mm, There were some medical records. His grandmother's record was in there as well. However, a page with details about her dad being ripped out for some reason.
Is it? Did she became the demon?
I don't know.
Some speculation. Seems that there also was a record about your grandmother. The details were torn out by someone though. Was there a record? Are you sure it was torn out? Or did you overlook it? Can I go down there to see it now? Hey, we can't go back now. What are you so excited about? Why are you so obsessed with your grandmother's record, I mean. No, I just want to know the truth, that's all. Yeah. You know anything else about this island? Doesn't matter how minor it is, just need some information. I'm sorry, but it's my first time on this island, so I don't know anything else. My grandmother didn't want to talk about this island. I just know about the organ trade. Did you know that prostitution was also happening on this island? Prostitution? Did that happen on this island too? Seems so. It's terrible. I just can't. He doesn't look like he's lying. It seems that information about the island that Alex had was rather incomplete. Alex, I'm not sure if I believe everything you say. You're still hiding something, aren't you? Invitation was indeed sent to my the invitation was indeed sent to my grandmother. I came to this island to learn the truth about my grandmother. That's it. How my grandmother managed to cheat death and survive, and also to discover who was killed so that she could live. So you intercepted the invitation, sent your grandmother. Is that what you're saying? That's more or less what happened. It is true that the invitation was sent to my grandmother, so I'm not an official proxy. I'm here without my grandmother's knowledge. Everyone is here without each other's knowledge. Like,
Mm,
Ikeda was here without Roy Higgins' knowledge because Roy Higgins is dead, and Aurora is also here because everyone in her family is dead. Also, Riel is also representation. And who was her name again? Akira also here because she sabotaged the invitation, just like Alex.
yeah.
Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Wonder what's going on with it. Well, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for now. Sounds like a mixture of truth and lies. Maybe half of it's true, but the other half is dodgy. This kid is suspicious. I better watch my back around him. Thank you for trusting me. Nope.
Mm.
Alex, I want to ask you one more thing. You know a girl named Aurora Lavilla? She's a young girl, wears a blue ribbon. Aurora Lavilla? Hey, what's going on? Your face has become pale. You know anything about her? No, I don't know her. I'm
You're
sorry.
lying.
I'm feeling a little bit dizzy.
Or
Hmm?
maybe it's just
His face
his
is.
daughter.
Hmm.
His sister. I mean,
Maybe she's dead actually. She's just a ghost. I don't know. His face is white as a
maybe.
sheet. So he does know something about Aurora. This is very strange. He appears to be extremely upset. I'm sorry, I've calmed down. I'm alright now. Just like that, okay. What about the
Mm,
girl? Nothing. I was just wondering if come across her in the mansion. In the mansion? She wasn't one of the guests. Do you mean that this girl has been in this mansion all this time? I don't remember seeing any girl. Don't worry about it. Thanks anyway. Things very strange. Alex's face went blank as I mentioned Aurora. She has to know more than he's letting on. Hmm. After going up the spiral staircase for a while, we reach a door. We're here. This leads to the
how
ground
long the
floor of the
staircase?
mansion. Uh, uh, Hogwarts long.
Maybe more than it.
Mm. The ground floor of the mansion? Where does the staircase lead to exactly? Why don't you open the door and find out? Right, I will.
What is that? Okay.
See? I see. A hidden door inside the wine cellar. Oh, that's why he was wandering around here before when Neneko was trying to investigate this building.
Uh, you were looking around here earlier. Is this why a lot of bottles were moved around randomly?
Yes. My grandmother told me about this place. So, some men coming out of the cellar, even though they had no business being there, found a switch that opened a hidden door in the wall. That door leads down to the basement. Neneko, can you remember everything, even the exact location of the wine bottles? It kind of freaks me out. You're scary.
Why?
I'm glad that I mean, I'm glad that we managed to get back to the ground floor in one piece. It is still a bad situation, but at least things have improved somewhat. Let's rejoin Akira and the others. Alright.
Mm, 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 mm. I hope everything is safe. It's not appears on my screen.
uh, what if there's a big sea of blood? Yeah. Silly. Don't say things like that. It might actually happen. Hello! Hisashiburi da ne!
Hello, everyone.
Mm.
Hey, Naniko.
Akira and Giselle see us and come running to us. I'm glad that they're safe. They don't look very relieved to see us though.
Uh, uh,
Let me reshare the screen then. Wait.
It's not appear.
Wait, let me reshare the screen. Okay. Is it there? Can you see it?
No, not yet. Not yet. Maybe my connection is not that noise like before.
Hmm.
There's no difference.
Can you hear the? Can you listen to the music?
Where what music?
The game music.
Music. No, from before is it's
Uh,
not there.
hmm.
Why?
Let's try resharing the screen again. Scuff stream. It's already Hong Kong. The server should be fine.
Uh, okay,
Yeah.
it's there.
Okay. Nice.
Are you alright? Did you take a nap somewhere? You're such a sludge, Naneko. We had a terrifying experience while you were sleeping. Take, take a, take. Yes, our lives were in danger after you disappeared. Where did you run off to? If it isn't Zigeda, still done that. I see.
Ah, Akira is so full of herself that she apparently can't take the feelings of others into account. Yaneko snores and turns toward me. Mm.
Akira is always giving me a hard time. Wasn't sure about me at all, so called her that I wish you could have gone through what we have.
Hey, don't get so angry. It looks like something happened over there as well. She appears to be panicking. Akira, what happened here? It would really be helpful if you could fill me in. Did Abi threaten them?
That thing appeared. That
Oh,
thing.
oh, 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 the demon! The demon came here? What? I don't understand what you're talking about. What appeared? Please don't tell me that it was just a cockroach. Try to calm down and tell me slowly.
I can talk about this calmly. The monster appeared. The demon of Shironagasu Island.
What? Are you serious?
Do I look like I'm kidding? Perhaps it's the same creature I saw underground. Huh? I'm sure you saw something else. You probably got scared and were just seeing things, Naneko. But I really saw it. Even worse, it attacked me. Ikeda, hey, would it be alright if I beat her to death?
Don't let me hold you back.
Punch, bam, pow. I don't know how to read it.
Yo! What the heck? Stop letting your frustration on my back.
Even though I'm so deeply hurt, I'm much deeper than Challenger reach in the Mariana Trench. I'm more damaged than Felice Marineris on Mars.
Alright. You can tell that to her later. Listen, Akira. We saw the same creature you did. Half fish, half human with reddish skin and unusually big eyes, right?
Yes, that's it. The creature looked just like the one is this painting. So you saw it too? Are you alright? I'm so glad that you're safe. Why do you only believe things when Ikeda tells you?
I was more likely to be killed by people than by that creature, though.
By people? What do you mean?
Before I tell you about it, we better get away from here. This place is dangerous.
Uh, uh, no
Mm,
argument here. Let's get out here.
let's run. This should do it.
Run.
Now a piece of wood into the door wheel and make sure that the iron door cannot be opened easily.
Where is this?
This is only a temporary solution, but it should be the best way. If I make it too sturdy, it might be too hard to remove when we have to escape from the gas room building.
Uh,
This is beyond this door is the
Thomas.
bridge. It's the bridge that
Ah,
connect to the gas house room.
yes.
Everything considered, this is the best way to secure the door. If everyone catch their breath and tell Akira and the others about what happened underground.
Mm, mm, mm,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's
Mm-hmm.
nothing in my screen. No, it's just like before. So that mate is our enemy.
Yes.
We won't be able to trust the people from the mission anymore.
But we're completely isolated and left to our own devices until the ship comes back. That is, if it even comes back. But we should go through the information we now have and prepare for their attack.
Prepare for their attack. Are you saying you can fight a creature? That's impossible.
Well, it will depend on the situation, but we should get ready. Can you tell us what happened when you encountered this demon of the Shironagasu Island?
All right. After Nanako was gone, we were looking for a way to climb up. As I was searching, climb up, but that elevator took me underground. You idiot! How could I have known that? How was I supposed to know that this building had a basement?
Enough bickering, carry on.
Ah, how can I explain it? I become lightheaded just by thinking about it. Giselle, could you?
Use Indian accent. No.
Okay. Yes, young lady. Or like Java, Java accent. No. She is grew up in America
Yeah.
or English England. I,
I believe it's UK.
I
Yeah,
forget.
England.
When I was just checking this entrance, I heard a young lady cry. No. When I was just checking the entrance, I heard the young lady cry out from the front of the dining hall. So I hurried back immediately.
I'm sorry. She is Scottish.
She's Scottish. How
Yeah.
Scottish sounds like?
It sounds like British.
Uh, when I reached her, I saw that the creature was about to. I don't know how to British.
Water. Water.
Water.
Water.
Water.
I
Night.
see. So Ikeda is Japanese, so I should I should read it like I
Neneko
see.
is Japanese too.
So you encountered the Kuriacha there, but you didn't make it out of the situation alive somehow.
Indeed, when I showed and intimidated, the monster suddenly lost all interest and disappeared. How moody the creature is.
Lost interest.
The monster suddenly lost all interest and disappeared into the corridor and leads outside. When I checked the corridor, it appeared that the creature had left the mansion.
Hmm. She went for a
Uh,
walk. I mean, he went for a walk. He won
okay,
fresh
just
air.
just looking around. Yes,
Underground is
I
boring for
get
him.
bored.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's still shouting. That's very Angisel like. I kind of would like to see that. My skin. I mean, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. My skin crawls just thinking about it. If Giselle hadn't shot at it, I wouldn't have been killed for sure. I could have died for often since I arrived on this island. On, only twice so far. Nenek was Japanese too, right?
Did you forget?
forget how to count. Ouch! That's hurt. You pulverized my brain, my precious brain.
Anyway, I now understand what has happened here. Looks like we won't be able to avoid this confrontation. You might be able to make this work, even though our chances are slim.
Alex is
Oh yeah,
there.
do you think so? Do you think so? We might still be able to survive this. I'll tell you more about it later. For now, all of the guests should assemble in my room, if everyone is still safe.
What if that creature is already inside the guest room, mulling? I'll punch you, Neneko. Well, I'm pretty down for the count. Do you usually say that to people before you hit them? Ira, what should I do about this violent girl? Wait, don't leave me!
Hey,
Okay,
Jacob
we're
is
just
there too.
Ikeda room. So we're all together. What are we going to do, Ikeda?
Sleep.
do you do you really have a plan? Plan?
First of
Left.
all, I should explain our situation to all of you. Tell them what happened.
Okay.
Convenient. So Ikeda was just trying, just saying, happened. What happened? How? Oh
I don't
yeah,
know.
the
What happened?
Aurora girl. However, I leave out the part about Alex and the mention of Aurora and any details about the basement. Judging from what Neneko told, the person who killed Thomas and Mr. Raymond has been in an underground area before us. Any guess who turns out to know more details about the underground area than I tell them has to be the killer. Want to collect clues as many clues as possible so that I can reveal their identity.
Hmm. I forget how this girl sounds like.
Mhm.
This has turned into a horrible situation.
Mm,
I'm glad that everyone is safe, but right now we don't really know what might happen.
you
Oh,
idiot. It's because you still try to discover this island secret. Even though I told you not to, you're just a third class detective. Oh, you sure about that? He's really famous in New York, you know. That's why that's why Alex read him once in newspaper.
whoa.
What are you going to do now? Because of YouTube, they won't allow any of us to survive. Us too. So you're letting yourself off the hook? I'm, I'm very well known in the underworld. They won't try to harm me because they know how useful I will be to them. Can stay alive by negotiating. You sure? I am pretty sure Thomas also tried to negotiate before he was killed.
Hmm.
None of you will be able to do the same. You're as meaningful as flies to them. You will be swatted without a second thought.
Flies? What? You're even more disgusting than a fly, Jacob Broadland.
And what is that supposed to mean, young lady? I don't remember even being insulted like that.
Don't play dumb, you creep. I knew you were coming here as a client of this island precision operation.
And you have proof of that? Making baseless negotiation does not behoove you, Akira Edgeworth. Stop, both of you. We should not be arguing right now.
What? Ikeda, are you taking his side?
I like him. I wasn't expecting any less from a shady detective. You just insulted me. No, you like me, okay. He knows a way to make a profit when he sees it. I'll take that as a compliment. But Jacob, I don't consider your situation to be any different than ours. Just keep your big trap shut, man. Cooperate with us if you want to stay alive. You say? Dare you talk to me like that? I mean, that way. The time to negotiate with them has already ended. should have noticed the changes in the mansion. They are already eliminating everyone on this island who could potentially become a witness. Eliminating witness? Jacob, you were wondering why there were many people in the mansion. You were referring to the prostitutes, right? Where did they all go? And not just them. The drivers who were hired, the janitor, the cook. Where could all of the staff in this mansion have gone? Judging from all the blood we saw on the ground, it's very likely that everyone who is supposed to be up here has been already been killed down here.
Was the human blood after all?
They weren't killed underground. That many employees? Don't be silly. If they had done that, the public would have known about this island. Preposterous. I think that they were very calculated. The status quo of the island was finally thrown into disarray with the murder of Sir Raymond, and the unlock code that the killer of Sir Raymond and Thomas has could have caused the mentioned staff to act so recklessly.
But what kind of code is that?
It's the OOL3C, I guess?
I can imagine that they would kill so many people just to get the unlock code in their hand.
No idea, but could be connected to the demon of Shironagasu Island.
Uh,
That's what has been researched on this island. For some reason, that is why the unlock code is important.
unlock code.
Oh, it's
Uh,
not the
I wonder.
L3C then.
Okay, I wonder if it's the password of some kind of program. For example, the unlock code of the nuclear missile. It must have been really important if it made them kill everyone.
I'm sorry, I'm still eating. I don't know, but the
Oh.
unlock code, the killer, yes, it's the only reason we're still alive. That good is our life insurance. If the killer hadn't had it, we would have been killed alongside the staff. Jacob, do you understand our situation now? Darn. Okay, one simple word.
So that's explain everything. So, are they using a machine to extract information from our minds? A machine that can read memories from a brain? Does such a thing really exist?
Yes, you won't be able to hide any secret from that machine. They're going to catch us and connect us to that device one by one and alter our memories. They'll kill you if they find out that they don't need
Isn't that just peachy? So, one of us is the killer? He or she should just come forward.
you. Yeah, like they will do it.
Hmm. If the killer doesn't cooperate, we'll all be killed. You won't be able to fight by yourself, right?
Akira tries to appeal to the killer, but nobody speaks up. What if Neneko
Hmm.
is actually the killer? As I expected, nobody reacted.
He's
Wait. This is hard voice to make. I'm still eating though. But what is the killer trying to achieve? Well, they were trying to use the unlock code to bargain with the people from the mansion. They also killed Thomas and Mr. Raymond. I don't know what exactly their goal is, but my guess would be that it is revenge. Revenge? Well, considering the things that have happened on this island, there will be many people who carry a grudge. It will be futile though. Even if they had their revenge, they would never make it off this island alive. They must be ready to accept that fate. I was just thinking about the children's book we saw earlier. Based on that, I'd say that their objective is definitely revenge. I don't think they were expecting to make it out of here alive and were planning on killing everyone from the mansion. That strong determination is. I'm sorry. Very obvious. Yeah. This speaks to me. It's Vincent. Revenge. But what would they do? No matter how skillful the killer is, they will not be able to get out of here. The odds wouldn't be in their favor, or they have another card up their sleeve.
Hmm. So, what are we going to do now? The
Hmm.
ship won't be back for quite some time, if it comes back at all.
That's our conundrum. And one of us is really the killer.
Yup, 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 yup.
We should stay together in one room and keep an eye on each other. This way, we can stay safe from the people of the mansion. Can't do anything. Even if we know who the killer is, it will be a long drawn out siege. And fatigue will set in. That's especially the case when the other party consists of only a few people. There are more of us, so we should use that to our advantage. Ludicrous, do you really expect me to stay in the same room as the person who killed Thomas and Sir Raymond? They could cut my head off while I'm sleeping. I think this plan sounds extremely dangerous. Yes, it sounds rather
Y-
perilous, but
Akira.
still, I mean, yeah, go ahead.
Yes, it sounds rather perilous. Still, it would make for some interesting engravings on your tombstone, Jacob.
Akira has managed to destroy the mood even further with her sarcastic comment. I wasn't expecting Jacob
Okay,
would like this plan.
I'm not, I'm not that sarcastic before. Meh.
If the killer is taking revenge for the past, then Jacob is likely their next target. Knowing he is in the same room as the killer must be terrifying for him. But I still think that staying together in the same room would be the best way to ensure our mutual survival. Even if the killer did attack Jacob, doing so would reveal their identity. The killer is bold, but they also want to keep their identity a secret. By gathering in one place, you can be assured that you won't be attacked. Jacob. You fool, you don't understand how they think. If we stay in one place and one of us is killer, we will all be slaughtered like lambs. The best solution for me would be for all of you to stay in one place with the killer and don't leave the room. There's no need for me
Who's
to
the
be here.
killer?
I will have no part in
Uh,
this. I will survive by myself. The rest of you can do as you please. Okay, bye bye, Jacob.
okay, Jacob.
Good night.
Yeah, good night. Have
Jacob
a great
shouts
day.
at us and leaves the room.
Try to fly.
Good dream, I mean. My
Yes.
plan will keep us alive. Jacob is free to do whatever he wants.
See, if I care, I hope he'll get killed in his own room. That would be karma.
And then the next person who got killed is Akira.
Oh, she already get a dia hampir mati. So, what are we going to do now? Are we just going to stay in this room?
Well, that would be the safest thing to do. The demon of Shironagasu Island is also out there.
Ah, with that thing also on the loose, being alone would be extremely dangerous.
Can I go back to my room as well?
Huh? Weren't you paying attention? I just say that it's dangerous to be alone.
I realize that, but the thought of being in the same room as the killer scares me. I would feel safer locking myself in my room. Well, I can't force you to stay here, but please call me if anything happens. I'll also let you know if anything happens over there.
So you're just leaving like that? What if the monster kills you? You haven't seen the creature, so you don't know how terrifying is Alex.
Yeah,
Alex.
I'll be careful. See ya.
Bye. Bye, Alex. Okay. So they're just. Huh, I don't understand this at all. Do you know what this means?
It would be funny if Alex actually came to Jacob's room and they sleep together. And then Ikeda realized about that and he moved to Jacob's room too and everyone else.
Okay. This is exactly what the criminal wants for us to be spirit.
Well, everyone has their own ideas and circumstances.
Hey, I almost feel bad for asking, but can I go back to my room too? What? I'm not saying that I will stay in my room. I just want to go back to gather some things. I'll come back here as soon as I'm ready.
That'll be fine. But someone should go with you just in case.
Well, if we're doing that, I'd like to go back to my room as well. Just also want to go back. Did you, Giselle? 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 Yes, you're right. If we are going to be staying here, I would like to bring some things as well. In that case, would the two of you come with me? Considering the situation, going alone would be too scary. Would be too scary. Being blocked off has been. Is Akira. Let's just pray that we don't run into the creature. Well, it probably won't be able to come here. The bridge has been blocked off. Well, go back to our rooms right away. We'll go back to our rooms right away. Okay. The same situation as before. Again. From what I've seen, I don't think that the monster will have any problem getting here. Even if the bridge is blocked off, it might be able to move along the wall. Yeah, I don't know the power. I think they will. I think they will. It's cut.
Mm,
I can't read what is that. It not appears. Okay, I think they will all be killed if they run into it.
you could have said that before they left. Should be okay, because that's what I'd like to believe. To be honest, I actually wanted to be alone with you. I feel bad for taking advantage for this opportunity.
What? What's this about? What are you going to do? Something perverted? Don't do it! I'll scream.
Don't be such an idiot. I want you to help me figure out who the killer could be. I'm worried about what the people from the mansion are up to, but I also can't overlook that there's a killer among us. Sus. Among us.
Sus. Ding, 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 ding.
I'm not sure who
Dang.
the killer might be, so I want to pick your brain.
The killer's motive. It isn't certainly seems important, but um,
Still haven't been able to hear Real and Alex testimony, so can't really narrow down the list of suspects who might have murdered Thomas. Couldn't really ask Alex for his testimony when we were underground.
you can only make some medicated guesses until you've heard from everyone.
I guess that's all we can do for now. We need to think about it.
Who's that?
It's
Sounds
not
like
Neneko, but it's
okay. Eh, what? What was the scream just now?
Sounded like a
Eh,
woman
eh, eh,
scream. I definitely heard that. Darn. Could something have happened again? Neneko, stay in this room.
Yeah, they just. You shouldn't need to tell me that. Yeah. Okay. You should stay here as well. I'm scared. We're going to die.
Don't say that. Scream if anything happens. If I hear you scream, I'll be back in 3 pronto. Good, good. But you have to scream even louder when it's for real. See you in bit.
I don't know how sound is that.
As soon as I step outside, I hear Neneko's screams coming from inside the room again. I think she's just trying to get my attention, so I just don't ignore her. Scream I just heard is more important. Where did it come from? Akira and the other went upstairs just a minute ago. Does that mean that the scream came from the second floor? I guess I should take a look there first. Oh, it's real then.
Yes, maybe. No Akira and Ria. Oh my, what's with the strange expression? Okay, I wrong. Oh my, what's with the strange expression? Did anything happen?
You're alright. Did any of you scream?
Oh,
Hmm?
hey, beers!
Mm,
Hey, hey,
mm,
hey!
mm.
Scream? I didn't hear anything. Did you hear someone scream? I haven't heard any scream either. I was in my room until just now. Perhaps I couldn't hear it inside there. I was in the hallway, but I didn't hear anything. it's from Giselle. Giselle is in her room. Maybe it was just the wine. How the wine can sounds like scream.
No, it was definitely a scream. Anyway, you should go back into your rooms and be careful. Something strange is happening.
What do you mean? Uh,
Mm,
are you trying to scare me?
that's how Akira actually sounds like, yeah?
Yes, definitely. Whatever. I just stay in my room with Giselle for now.
Okay.
But I expect you to contact me once the coast is 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 is,
I'll
is,
contact you as soon as I know what's happening.
yes, yes, that's what I mean.
So it didn't come from the second floor, but only Neneko, Alex, and I are staying on the ground floor. But that was the scream of a woman. What could that mean? What's going on? No, wait, I should talk to Alex. He might be able to shine a light on this. Alex, open up! It's me, Ikeda. I wanted to ask you about a scream I just heard around here. That's weird. There's no response. Something happened here too? Alright, I guess I'll just have to let myself in. Please don't let there be another corpse inside.
No, I'm not ready for this.
Hey, Alex!
Okay.
Guess he's not here? Don't see him in the bathroom. Still, that scream was so loud I could hear it in my room. Alex must have heard it too. I'm sure something happened. There's something strange about it. Scream of a woman that nobody else could hear. Could it be Aurora? No, I shouldn't think about her for the time being, but I'm still confused about that. In any case, where could Alex be? What's going on? His jacket and trousers are lying on the bed. Is he taking a bath? Hey Alex, are you alright? I'm coming in.
Alex's girl, what?
It's a girl? Plot twist?
What the? Okay, Alex sounds like. Okay, Alex is actually Aurora.
So you're fine after all. Sorry to barge in all of a sudden. What are you... What are you looking at? What do you want? Get out! Sorry, my bad. I'll get out of your hair, but I need to ask you some questions. Whenever you have time. Yes, alright, but get out of here first. Okay. Hmm.
This sounds a bit unexpected.
Well, whatever rocks his boat, but I don't think he wanted me to see him like that. I would have never would have thought Alex was so into cross dressing. But he appears to be very nervous. I guess he hasn't told anyone. I guess I shouldn't pressure him into talking about it. Ikeda, are you still there? Yes, I'm here. Can you wait for a minute? I want to talk about something. And I don't think you are, but you're not having weird thoughts right now. Huh? Weird? Yeah, no, never mind. Should I tell him that I couldn't care less about things like that? He's so anxious. Sorry to have keep you waiting. Huh? Do you see it? My secret? Wait, he wants to talk about that? What should I say? I don't want to hurt his feelings. Okay, let's see. I want to see all the reactions from him. I don't know anymore. Which one?
You look great.
Yeah, you look great. How do I say this? I think you look great. Really? You think so? This is also complicated. I usually don't wear those kinds of clothes. Good job, you get a crisis of further. And I didn't hurt his feelings. I usually wear those kind of clothes. Yes, I usually wear pants. I feel much freer when I don't. Huh? He doesn't wear pants? Does he mean
So
panties? Okay, so he usually doesn't wear any underwear. That's a little bit too much information, but whatever. You mean when you were inside? Huh? No, I don't wear any when I go outside either. Huh? Not even when he goes outside. I just hope he's not a flasher. I don't even know what to answer. No, I'll ignore it. It doesn't concern me. Huh? Did I say something strange? No. Huh? I see. Well, I understand your situation. I also somewhat understand what difficulties you might be facing. Feel free to ask me if you ever have any problems. Problems? Well, I certainly don't like to dress like a man. If I could, wear a skirt all the time, but I certainly don't have any problems. That's good to hear. Here's a free piece of advice. You'll be in trouble if you get caught by the police. You get out, please. Make sure to leave whenever things get rowdy, alright? Huh? What are you talking about? Why would I be in trouble with the police? I've been thinking about this for a while now, but I don't think we're on the same page. Are you misunderstanding something? I don't think so. You said that you never wear panties even you're outside, didn't you? You have to avoid the police. What? 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 I didn't say that at all. Who told you that ridiculous lie? You pervert. What? You told me that you don't like wearing pants and that you even go outside without wearing any. You idiot. I said pants, as in trousers. I don't go outside without wearing panties. Did you imagine that? In countries like Japan and England, people refer to underwear as pants, so I must have misunderstood what you meant. I believe that here that you do wear underwear like cross-dressing. Cross-dressing? What are you talking about? I'm a girl. What? What? You're wearing women's underwear, so I thought you... I wear women's underwear because I'm a girl. I have such perfectly shaped boobs as well. Could you miss that, you idiot? Perfect boobs. Well, alright, I won't call them perfect, but take a close look. I don't have breasts, don't I? I'm a girl, you know. Huh? Honestly, I'm not sure I can tell. You... yes, those certainly are breasts. So you were a girl this whole time. Well, to be honest, I still don't know if she really has breasts or not. They're not exactly eye-popping. And I must not say those words out loud because I'd be dead if I did. I wanted to tell you I was a girl from the beginning, but how could you misunderstand that, Ikeda? You're the worst detective I've ever met. Don't harass me now that you know I'm a girl. And say stupid things. Anyway, I'm sorry for not realizing you were a female. My apologies. I will accept your apologies, but really, don't come near me. Not closer than 2 meters. I'll scream if you do. Right, whatever. No, that you mentioned it, I heard a scream a little while ago. Oh yes, I completely forgot about that. That was me screaming. A creature appeared outside my window when I was taking a shower. A creature? The demon of Shironagasu
How can
Island?
she just forget about it? Just like,
That
oh,
might
she
have been
shouted.
it. It looked like the one in the painting. It didn't look like a natural creature. To be honest, I still don't know what that thing is yet. For now, it's likely humanoid biological weapons, which have been researched at this mansion. Humanoid biological weapons? Do they exist? You have to see it to believe it, but you saw it with your eyes, didn't you? I did see it, but well, I almost couldn't believe my eyes. Wasn't sure it was real. Well, it would be safer for all of us to stay together from now on. Looks like being by yourself is dangerous after all. Yes, you're right. Having seen that, I don't want to be alone. By the way, Alex, I'd like to ask you some more questions. Your answer may affect our future.
Mm-mm.
Sure. Anything I can do to help? Hmm. First,
What the first?
we want to
Yes.
save here and we want to load this thing. Didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. Nothing at all. You're really bad at lying. I saw you looking. I don't think I can hide it anymore, so I'll tell you the truth. That's exactly what you're thinking. I see. Do you usually wear those kind of clothes? No, well, I usually don't wear. Okay, this is
Same.
the same one.
Same as before.
Yeah, same one. And what about the last thing? Everyone has one or two skeletons in their closet. Huh?
What?
Well, I did try to keep this a secret. I meet a lot of people just like you in my line of work. So don't worry about it. I see. Must be so hard for them selecting clothes. No idea. I don't know all the details, but it's probably not easy. Of course. When I went to a nice boutique to buy those kinds of clothes, I was so nervous. I'm sure you were. I just like the way girls look, so. Well, yes, that's true. I also don't like wearing. Okay, okay, we know all of them now.
Yes, we go back.
So, what should we ask first? Hmm,
First,
man?
yes.
Okay. So, if you come to this island pretending to be a man, why did you do that? I hid the fact I was going to this island from my family because I often went to social gatherings. I was afraid they would become suspicious if I used my real name and didn't disguise myself. So you changed your name and appearance. So what's your
Aurora.
real name?
Oh,
Lily Alexandria Werner. Oh,
Lily.
so her name is Lily. I see, Lily. Her middle name is Alexandria, which is where Alex came from, right? Only my relatives know my middle name. I was afraid I would be found out if I chose an entirely new name, so I went with Alex. My grandmother used to call me that. I'll keep your real name a secret. I'll continue to call you Alex, at least until we get off this island. Thank you. I appreciate that. You can continue to call me Alex, even if we escape. Okay, alright, Alex.
All right, Alex.
But you played the part of a
Alex.
man really well. It's weird to be complimented like that, but I'm glad I pretended to be a man. Actually, I had met Akira a couple of times before. That was quite some time ago, and she doesn't seem to remember it right now. That was a close call then. If Akira noticed that you were a woman, your cover would be blown. That's why I didn't want to talk too much to her. If she asked too many questions, she might realize who I really am. That's why I didn't stay in your room and came back here. Didn't want her to be want to be around her. Certainly would be risky if you were to spend a lot of time in a room together. She might notice something about you. If she saw me like did earlier, my life would be over. But I didn't expect to be spied in my own room though. No, no, wait a minute. I didn't mean to spy on you. Don't get angry. It wasn't on purpose. But it's true. I trust a shady detective like you. Hey, why are you being so hostile to me? My reputation might not be so sparkly clean, but that can't make you hate me that much. Is there any particular reason? There's no particular reason, but I read bad things about you in newspapers. Alex, do you really believe those lies? You've seen what I did, right? What you did was spying on me. It looks like I hit the nerve. Guess I don't think you're as bad as the newspapers make you out to be, but I'm still keeping my eye on you. Well, I'll just have to gain your trust then. I don't want to talk about that. All right, I don't want to talk that about it.
Okay.
Alex, could you tell me about what you were doing before Thomas was murdered? Before Thomas was murdered? Let's see. Abby, the maid, told me that the meal was ready, so I just went to the dining hall. Could you tell me a little bit more about that? For example, were the iron doors at the bridge open or closed? Can you remember? The iron doors. I believe they were closed. I remember that wheels were so heavy that my fingers hurt. I see, so they were closed. Did you stop anywhere else on your way there? I didn't. I went straight to the dining hall. You entered the dining hall after Giselle, didn't you? I think so. I recall that Akira and Giselle has arrived before me. Had arrived. Did you notice anything else? Like something unusual in the corridor or on the bridge? something like an incendiary device or device that you didn't recognize. An incendiary device? No, I don't recall there being anything like that in particular. The corridor and the bridge were exactly the same as before. Oh, but the bridge was still very wet. So wet that I was afraid I might slip. Nothing unusual. In other words, if the killer planted any devices, there it was after Alex had gone to the dining hall. Is that helpful in any way? Yes, it was. More information the further the mystery deepens. So I'm sure one of the guys is lying. If I proceed with the investigation, I'll definitely uncover the truth. I also want to know more about what happened after the Thomas body was found. Even small details matter. When Thomas' body was found, you were talking about murder on the bridge, right? Remember that Akira and Giselle left the dining room first, so I thought it would be better if I wait for a little before returning to my room. Didn't want to run into Akira, so I left the hall with Riel after Jacob. That was when I found out about the murder. That's all I remember. Did you sense anything strange, no matter how trivial? I was quite upset at the time, so I would probably have overlooked anything unusual. Oh, come to think of it, it told me to look after Neneko, so I was with her all the entire time. How was Neneko doing at that time? Her face was pale, her long black hair was very messy, and she smelled a little bit bad. She was like a debilitated animal. Couldn't hear it well, but she was talking something in delirium. I see. Alex also doesn't mince words. All billionaires behave the same way. Oh, come to think of it, someone told me that the stone bridge was warm at the time. Did you notice anything? The stone bridge? Oh, come to think of it, it certainly was. I felt it when I was looking after Neneko. But it was only for a moment. Besides, everything was so confusing, so I thought I just imagined it. So the bridge was warm after all. There has to be a reason for that. Does that have anything to do with Thomas' murder? I don't know right now, but I don't think it's just a coincidence. There has to be a reason for it. One of the guests is the killer. Then who could it be? About pretending to be a man. About
we
earlier.
ask him. We ask him again. Okay.
Her. It's her, not him.
Yeah, it's her.
Can you
Yeah,
tell
it's
me
her.
exactly what happened when you saw the demon of Shironagasu Island? That thing. My knees are still shaking. When I was taking a shower. Hey, no funny thoughts, you hear? I wasn't having any. You were saying? Uh, well, while I was taking a shower, I looked out of the window. It was so dark that I could hardly see anything outside, except for the moonlight reflected off the rolling waves. Suddenly, that creature appeared in front of me. It was upside down, too, like a lizard sticking to the window, and those big eyes stared at me. That was when I screamed. I immediately crawled out of the bathroom. After a while, I decided to peek into the bathroom, and the monster was gone. When I finally calmed down, I thought that I could have been imagining things, but it was so real. As I was thinking about what to do, Peeping Tom appeared. A Peeping Tom? Who could that have been? Are you serious? Huh, what? A sense of humor? I should tone my sense of humor down. She might kill me otherwise. Pervert. No one has ever seen me in my underwear except you. It's no big deal. Not the end of the world. Is what I shouldn't say out loud. Otherwise, there will be a third murder. Well, anyway, that was when I saw the creature. It was very helpful. I mean, yeah, that's not the sound, the voice that I wanted to make, okay? However, that means that monster is still somewhere around this building. Say that. I can't even imagine. Nenegos also said that she saw the demon of Shironagasu Island out of the window of her room. Hasn't touched any of us though. So, what does it want? Does it just run around scaring people? It behaves as if it's looking for something. Looking for something? I'm not sure, but it's possible. Perhaps it has received an order to find a target and then liquidate that person. Do you
Okay.
mean that it's trying to kill someone? That then it's dangerous. Calm down, it's only a guess. But I think there's a purpose behind its behavior. Should gather in one place and prepare for the worst, like you said. I'm really scared. You're right. About pretending to be a man. You want to
Yeah.
talk about that again? I'd rather not. Well, I'm not going to talk about that again. However, the bigger picture has gradually become clearer, as I've been able to gather a lot more information already. When you find out who killed Thomas and Sir Raymond, what are you going to do? To be honest, I haven't decided yet, but under these circumstances, I'll have to ask for their help. I don't know if they will cooperate with us though. As Jacob said, the killer might not listen to reason. I just hope we don't all get killed. Yes, hopefully this killing spree has already ended. Anyway, have you decided what you're going to do next? Uh, I'll change to my male clothes and then head to your room. I'm a bit nervous being around Akira, but in that case, I'll go back to my room now. I'm also a little bit worried about Neneko. She'll be
Um,
she's still screaming right now. I assume.
mm,
Will
okay.
you be alright by yourself for a short while? I'm only changing my clothes, so I guess I'll be fine. I'll head out as soon as I'm ready. Just let me know if anything goes wrong. Scream like you did earlier, and I'll run to you. Should be able to hear your voice.
Right.
Jeez, thanks, but I'll be fine. Oh, come to think of it. Yes, earlier, after we were shown to our rooms, I tried to talk to you, didn't I? Well, yeah, I believe you did. What's that about? Actually, shortly after I was shown to my room, I heard some kind of moaning coming from the hallway. It was so quiet that I thought I was imagining things. So I tried to ask you about it. Right, I couldn't talk to you at the time because of a really stupid emergency. Very quiet moans. Tell you the truth, I also heard something like that. A moaning so quiet that I thought I imagined it. Could this be connected to the murder? Maybe. I'll try to figure out what it was. If you remember anything else, please let me know. Yes, alright. By the way, I don't know if I should ask you this, but is dressing like a man difficult? Well, it certainly takes a lot of time. I put shoulder pads in my jacket to make me look like a man as much as possible. Also, I have to act like one. I see, it certainly appears to be a hassle. Especially you have to flatten your chest as much as possible, or people will find out that you're a girl. That must be hard, right? Hmm? Huh? Alex appears to be upset. Did I say something wrong? No, I don't think I did. Didn't have to do anything about my chest. What? No, you're kidding. You don't flatten your chest, people will find out that you're a girl. But you have some kind of trick up your sleeve, am I right? What? Didn't do anything at all to my chest. No, but nobody noticed anything. This shady detective really says interesting things. Don't say, is Alex that flat chested? To be honest, I didn't think her breasts were that large in the first place, so she could pretend to be a man without having to do anything about her chest? Oops, oh boy, this is bad.
You bad,
Um,
Ikeda.
Scumbag detective, get out! Oh, I'm forced out with a strong push. Guess I had that coming. They say that being a woman is not easy. I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, I found out what the scream was and heard Alex's testimony. Should hurry up and return to my room, otherwise Nineko is gonna die of shock. It's me. I've solved the mystery of the scream. You alright? I'm coming in.
Mm, okay, where's
Hmm?
Naniko?
Where's Nineko? Nineko, are you hiding? I'm here.
I'm here.
What? Why are you in such a cramped space?
Ikeda, is your joke your sweet time? You've got to be kidding me. I was just beginning to think about good ways to kill you.
I know I took my time, so don't be angry. Don't be so angry. I had no choice. Taking you with me would have been much more dangerous.
Whatever was killed in this room? Well, I'll complain about that later. So, what was the scream?
The scream. That was my imagination.
What? That's not true. I heard it too. You said it to yourself.
Let's just pretend that that's all it was for now. The scream itself has nothing to do with our current situation, and it wasn't a big deal either, so just forget about it for now.
I won't be able to understand why unless you let me know what happened.
I guess I've promised that. I'll tell you about it when we get off the island safely, alright?
I do like this one bit. Well, as long as it wasn't anything important, but still.
Did anything strange happen in here? For instance, something strange appearing outside.
I didn't say anything like that. I've been here for a long time and I've only been looking at the ground. I wouldn't know if there was anything strange. Anyway, don't talk about such scary things.
Yet it's okay to rest for a bit for now. But I better be on my guard. Alex saw the creature after all. Wonder if Akira and the other are alright. If someone was screaming on the second floor, I wouldn't be able to hear them from here.
Hmm.
The phone. It's probably Akira. Akira speaking.
Ikeda speaking.
Wait, who is this? Probably wizard. So
Maybe?
gonna use this voice then.
Okay. Yeah.
Judging from the
Be
steadiness of
wizard.
your voice, you have managed to calm down after your earlier misadventures.
Huh?
A heavily distorted voice. This can only be one person. Is that you, wizards? I was waiting for you to call again. I would.
Like this is just an exchange of information. I want to know about everything that happened underground, not just the fake details you gave the others. Tell me, and I'll give you some useful information in return.
Darn, what useful information. Wizards won't reveal their identity, but I have an idea who they might be. I'll just have to flush them out myself. Press the mute button on the phone. Ah!
What did you shout out of the blue? You idiot. Are you trying to give me a heart attack?
Shh, be quiet. Make a sound. Once Neneko has finished her little tantrum, I unmute the phone. Wizards may have noticed that the audio was muted, but they probably won't know what I just did. I'm sure you couldn't hear my voice from the phone. Hey wizards, let's stop playing games. I can't trust you if you continue to hide your identity like this. The way things are going, we're all going to become fish food. As I
Said before, our relationship is only mutually beneficial when our interests coincide. I will not become more involved than I have to.
You're quite obstinate. Maybe I should just reveal your identity. Are you
Threatening me? Are you saying that you refuse to cooperate with me?
I didn't say I wouldn't cooperate with you. I'm just saying that I don't want to have a one-sided relationship. Trust is built on equal footing. I don't think our current relationship is very healthy.
Is what I believe, and it concerns you as well. If my identity is revealed, something bad will definitely happen to you, and of course, to that sweet girl as well.
Well, it appears that we are at an impasse. My answers won't change, wizards. I'll reveal your identity. I will be the one making our next phone call.
This is my final warning. Do not attempt to reveal my identity.
It's so selfish. Looks like I will need to take care of this issue first. Then I go. I want to find out who Wizards is. Time to use your abilities.
I didn't know. She would do that? They must have their reason for not revealing their identity.
An undercover investigator, a killer, a mysterious monster. What the people from the mansion are trying to do. Everything is unclear. I have to at least uncover something. I have to solve those mysteries one by one. For starters, I want to know who Wizards is. I'm sure they've left some clues. We just have to use those to discover their identity.
Mm, mm, mm,
Hmm.
mm,
Hmm.
Clues? Really? There any?
First, take a look at this.
Okay.
Uh,
Is this a list of suspects? Sus!
sus.
Sus! But where there's so many names on it? Why am I also on here?
Beginning
Yeah,
by
Iken is
narrowing
here
down the
too.
suspects from scratch is an ironclad rule. In fact, I've had several cases where someone least expected was the culprit.
In that case, I don't mind being on the list, but you also included yourself, Thomas, who's dead by the way, and even Aurora, who doesn't even exist.
Any possibility is worth considering, no matter how absurd it may be.
Wow. Alright, so who do you think was artist?
I've narrowed it down to quite a few people, but I still don't have anything conclusive. They have covered their tracks well.
Considering the points in time when research contact you, several people can be excluded.
Who is it?
And also, why did you suddenly, what? Suddenly shout, suddenly, suddenly scream so loudly?
Wanted to see if I could hear my voice on the other side of the line.
So, did you hear anything?
Strangely, I could not hear my voice on the other side.
I see.
This will narrow down the list of suspects. However, it isn't decisive. Also, what does wizards mean in the first place?
Perhaps it doesn't mean anything in particular. It could just be a code name.
No, I heard them pause briefly when I asked them to give me a call sign. I think they probably came up with that in the spur of the moment. In other words, the name Wizards is not their regular code name.
Then, how did they come up with a name?
Wizard, as in sorcerer, but isn't it of weird that the name is plural? Wizards, not wizard. Inigo, does wizards ring a bell?
Top-level hackers are referred to as wizards. There are also an NBA team called the Washington Wizards. Ah. Also, it's not exactly the same word, but there is a Wither Hills mountain range in New Zealand. There are also brand of white wines called Wither Hills.
Wine brand? Is it a well-known brand?
No, it's not very popular. It's not expensive either. It's just a regular wine brand.
Wither Hills. They must have thought of something then came up with wizards. Perhaps they unconsciously used the words of things or places close to them.
Is that an important clue for uncovering their identity? So, what is the name based on?
Sorcerers, hackers, wine, the NBA. No, wait, maybe.
Do you know who Wizard is?
If my power of deduction is correct, then
Jason Jacob Salah. Oh, who is this people is Wizard? Tell me. The
real.
leading is real? Oh, real? Well, it could be possible that Real is an undercover investigator.
Real may very well be wizards, given the circumstances and the content of the conversation. I should have saved earlier. No, that's fine. Aurora the
Mm,
wizards. Wait.
well,
It's
well.
unlikely that you, me, and the people from the mansion, Thomas or Aurora, are wizards.
Well, that's true. I lost respect for you if you choose those people. No, I wouldn't think you have brain damage.
Now, considering the loud scream I just made, that lets me exclude one more person.
Ah, yes. What was
Mhm.
that all about?
Loud voice that comes from a room on the first floor can't be heard by people on the second floor. On the other hand, everyone on the first floor can hear it, but I could not hear my scream on the other end of the telephone.
Which mean Alex, who is also on the first floor, can be wizards.
Yes, so the only one who remains here are Akira, Giselle, Riel, and Jacob. Of course, it can't be Akira either. First time Wizards called me, she was in the bathroom with you, so she couldn't have called me.
Mm, you mean when the head type pervert was speaking at us? Okay, she was the barrel with me, so Akira can be wizards.
I didn't do that on purpose. You're not going to let me forget about that anytime soon, are you? Anyway, it can't be Akira. Also,
Oh,
Akira said that she would go back to her room with Giselle. If Giselle and Akira were in the same room, it would have been difficult for Giselle to call me.
yeah, those two are always together, so it would be difficult for Giselle to call you for a long period of time.
In that case, there are two suspects left, Jacob and Riel.
Jacob and real? Could it really be real?
Because when Jacob called us, he didn't change his 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 voice, right? But we
Yes.
then gave our room number to Riel, or probably some kind of, like, we asked Riel to call us, then right? Then after Wizards turn off the phone, Riel call us exactly
Y-
the same time Wizard uh
yes.
turn off the
Hmm.
phone. So it could be Riel,
Yes. Yeah.
because there's
That's
no way
possible.
that alcoholic is an undercover investigator.
Okay, it's
Hey, we should
cynical.
let go of any preconceptions. We have to consider the possibility that Jacob is wizard as well.
So, can we narrow it down anymore?
Would be better to talk to them directly. I call Riel.
Okay. Hello, Ria.
Hello. Oh,
Hello? Hello?
it's me, Kida. I'd like to talk to you. Do you have any second? Do you have a second?
Hi. Hi. Ikeda. Hi, Ikeda. Did you find out where that scream came from? Of course, I have a moment to talk. What is this about?
I would like you to come to my room. Just you alone. Would that be alright?
Yes, but what's going on? Not knowing, not knowing what?
The
Not knowing
details.
the details scares me.
I'll tell you when you're here. I would. Ah, my God. I would
Nah,
appreciate
nah,
it
nah,
if
nah.
you could come as soon as possible.
Oh, alright. I'll be there in a bit.
I'll be waiting.
Accusing Rael all of a sudden is risky. What if you're wrong?
In that case, I'll just apologize.
Don't you feel any sense of guilt? She may become terribly upset. Ikeda, it's me. Can I come in?
Yes, please come in. The door is unlocked.
Hello, Ikeda. What did you want to talk about? Talk about.
Hmm.
Also, why did you want to talk to me alone? What's going on?
I wanted to ask you a few things. You're wizards, aren't you?
Wizards? What are you talking about? I don't understand what you're trying to say.
Okay, well, I tell Real what I have deduced. People who I excluded and people who are unlikely to be wizards. However, I try to avoid talking about what happened with Alex as much as possible. With this information,
Yeah.
we've narrowed down the list of people who could be wizards of the two, Jacob and you. So who of you two could wizards be? I took a close look at the name wizards. It's strange that this is the plural form of the word wizard. Perhaps this name contains important information about wizard's identity. So what could it that be?
Was there something that narrowed it down further? What about the Wither Hills white wine brand?
I continue I continue Nico's muttering line of thought. Yes, that's a possibility. It's possible that Jacob based that name on a wine brand. But Jacob is the picky guy and prefers high-end wine. We'd have used the name of a more exclusive winery, not a supermarket wine. So let's look at the second possibility. The NBA team, the Washington Wizards. It's a basketball team from Washington, and I remember one of the guests talking about Washington before.
That's right. Real said that she's positioned for Washington.
Exactly. Undercover investigators usually use the place they are from in their backstories to ensure there aren't any slip-ups during their mission. Because if they say wrong things about a place they don't know, people who are familiar with the place might blow their cover. So perhaps your place of birth really is Washington. Therefore, when you try to come up with a code name, you thought of Washington and that name popped into your head. This means that you've revealed your identity by telling me what city you're from.
Hey, wait just a minute. Can I say something? Even if you really believe that I'm wizards based on that information, isn't that rather flimsy proof? You also can't discount the possibility that Jacob want to make me look suspicious.
No, it took Wizards only a second to come up with that name. Jacob couldn't have come up with that in such a short time. Even if he could have done so, why would he use the name of an NBA team? Most people wouldn't associate Washington with basketball. Also, I have conclusive evidence that proves that you are wizards.
Conclusive evidence?
Didn't you notice that I muted the phone for a moment when you called earlier? When I muted it, I asked Neneko to call the guest phones from Alex's room. The only phone that was in use was the one in your room. Isn't that funny? Only Wizards and I were using our phones. If your phone was in use, who were you talking to? No room phones were being used except for yours and mine.
The phone in my room? You must be mistaken.
Stop playing innocent. The gig is up. You might as well drop the act, Wizards.
Alright. So that's you mute your phone? I've been played like a fool. But I remember clearly asking you not to reveal my identity.
Yay, we are big brain. Let's go. So you are wizards after all. Actually, I wasn't sure that it was you until just now. Sorry. Looked like you admitted it a little bit too soon.
What are you talking about? What do you mean?
Calm down and think about it. You really think I could have asked Neneko to go to Alex's room by herself to call all of the phones? There's no way she would have done that.
Why? Do I feel totally useless right now? Unless. But no, when you mention it, I don't think I would have done that. You were bluffing and I believed you.
No do-overs, I'm afraid. I'm sorry I had to fool you. But I'm glad that you've revealed your true identity. However, wizards, we have to be on equal ground.
You've got to be kidding me. Fine, you've best me. Alright, I'll talk. I'll need a stiff drink first though.
Got my hands on an excellent bottle of whiskey earlier. Let's have a glass of that. Slante, wizards.
You're bloody annoying, Sanikita.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. Yay! More story revealed. So I believe it's fine to save now. I believe it's fine to save here.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Are you sure this whiskey isn't poisoned?
I got this whiskey before the people from the mansion become hostile to us. Don't worry about it being poisoned. But you know, Real, you're pretty rough around the edges.
Shut up. Who cares about my personality? If you have something to ask me, just ask. But you should understand that there are certain things I can't tell you.
Okay, here we go again. So what
Yes.
organization do you belong to? CIA? MI6?
As I said, there are things I can't talk about. I can't just tell you who I work for, Moran.
Don't worry, I understand. Alright, I won't ask again. How did you manage to get onto the guest list? You made your way onto this island by using an invitation sent to someone else, didn't you?
More of those subjects I can't really talk about. But alright, yes, my invitation was originally sent to someone named Sin Baxter. He was knee deep in problems, and we managed to ensnare him. We want to send an undercover investigator to this island, so I cut a deal with him and became his representative. He ended up being hospitalized with a sudden illness.
I see. However, the people working in this mansion are quite cautious. It will be difficult to convince them that you're a relative of one of the guests. Who are you really?
I wasn't lying when I told you I was a physician in Washington. Of course, I'm not doing that work. I'm not doing that work anymore, and I only worked as a physician for about a year.
What kind of reputation did you have as a physician? Physician? Yeah.
What? Were you asking that? Nothing of the ordinary.
Nice. Well, with her personality, it wouldn't surprise me if she had a bad reputation.
Why I'm really annoyed with you right now.
Wizards is a rather strange alias. Are you a basketball fan?
When I was a student,
But,
I used to play basketball,
yeah.
so yeah. I shouldn't have chosen a war associated with Washington. Yeah, but most
You?
people would not associate Wizard with Washington.
Yeah, most people would. But don't forget that someone rather special made the connection. Oh,
Naneko Naneko Izumozaki. The possesses such a unique ability, yet she can utter utter a single word without tripping over her tongue.
okay.
What? Why are you so mean to me? I, I,
However, real, you were the only guest with a medical background. Isn't it difficult to deceive others without having the knowledge of an active physician?
I was planning to brush up on my studies so I wouldn't be exposed. However, knowing too much is not good either. It's easy to play the part of an ignorant little woman than that of an outstanding doctor.
I see. This is very important. Could you tell me your weapons and skills?
I have a Glock 13 with 3 spare magazines. Magazines. This is the only gun I brought with me. Close quarters martial arts, hacking, sabotage skills, and so on. I've trained in almost everything.
Looks like you could come in handy then. Although you're not very well armed.
Don't be silly. I plan to use a Glock 42, which has an even smaller magazine size, and I'm quite familiar with it.
Hmm.
I didn't expect a large battle to happen, and only had planned on using a gun in emergencies.
Fortunately, it looks like a large battle is about to happen.
I'm glad there aren't many people from this mansion, but I'm rather worried about that monster.
It's a humanoid biological weapon developed for the military. Haven't had to face it myself. I don't think we can easily neutralize it. Yaneko, what impression did you have when you saw it?
Don't you remember of the all of the sudden? Let me see. As far as I could tell, its movements seemed slow, but I can't say anything because it might not have shown its true power at that time. In in other words, you know nothing, Neneko. That's pretty useless. But I was in a soft spot.
Don't bully her like that. Anyway, if it bleeds, we can kill it. Should be prepared to fight to fight it at any time.
All right.
Mm.
I just hope it won't come to that. This report I read was pretty scary. Are we really going to be right?
Oops.
God.
You pretty nose. Yeah, I should ask her about other
You're
things.
pretty nosy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About the
Okay.
island. Well, what do you know about this island?
Sorry, but I don't know that much. Of this of the three other investigators who infiltrated this place so far, two have disappeared. The only one who returned was not able to discover any detailed information about this island. We've found out so far, though, that this is a base for prostitution, organ trade, and some kind of weapon development.
Sounds like you have more than enough information to blow the lid off this place, so why haven't you?
Many well known politicians and business people have frequented this island, so we couldn't expose the actual state of things here in the usual way. Besides, we're after this island's research and development. We're not that interested in prostitution and the trade of organs.
So you indeed to verify the information that had been gathered so far. If your superiors discovered that this kind of biological weapon was being developed on this island, what would they do? Something smells fishy. You're hiding something, aren't they?
To be honest, I have my doubts as well. Hang on, this is classified information. I can't talk about this, or else I jeopardize my position.
Don't worry, there's no way that information could leak out in the first place.
Hmm. This is only conjecture, but perhaps one of our superior is one of the island's clients who also knew about the island's research. That's what I've been thinking.
I see. In other words, the superior who's seen that research wanted to obtain that technology by any means necessary. However, if he revealed all of the details, it would be obvious that he was a client of the island's other services. So he made up stories about weapons of mass destruction so that your organization would have a reason to seize and obtain that biological weapon.
Just an educated guess, but the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. But if so, I'm just a pawn being used to satisfy someone else's greed. I'm really fed up.
I can understand that. Why don't you get a new job?
I'm a bad guy.
No, no,
I'm a
don't.
bad,
Nah, yeah. Read it.
I'm a bad guy.
Duh.
Duh. I can only do dirty jobs like this one. I've done too many bad things to be able to lead a normal life.
Hey, if I can do it, so can you. Well, if you want to turn over a new leaf, drop by at my office. We'll talk.
I don't think you are keeping your hands that clean either, Ikeda. Well, I'll keep it in mind. Don't expect anything so through.
Can you tell me more about this island? Any minor details are helpful. Anything else that comes in mind? To mind?
Chima, I don't think I know anything else. No, wait. Come to think of it, for some reason, the research on this island suddenly stagnated 10 years ago. Apparently, the flows of special chemicals they were using slowed to a trickle, but I don't know why.
10 years ago. That does that mean something happened that time? Perhaps they ran out of money.
No, prostitution and the organ trade continued at the same levels as before, and there was plenty of clients, it's unlikely that they ran out of money.
If that's the case, then what could have slowed down the research? The disappearance of an essential element used for research, or maybe an important researcher who went missing. Is it possible that these murders are connected to that? Can the killer negotiate with the people from the mansion? Because they possess something that was lost, like code.
It is possible. If it would allow them to resume the research, they would definitely be interested in obtaining such a code.
Or maybe they just lack some kind of body parts that is required to make this. What is it? Code name again? 131
Ye-
1231. Yes.
Yeah, maybe that's the unlock code of thereafter. It could be the reason why Vincent and his associate would revolt. But why was the killer able to obtain that unlock code in the first place? It remains a mystery.
At any rate, I'm glad that there is a possible connection between the research on this island and the killer.
Sorry, but that's everything I know about this island.
Let me ask you something else about the killer. Tell me what you were doing before and after Thomas' murder. I want to hear details.
Before I went to the dining hall, I was drinking in the lounge with Jacob. That idiot couldn't keep his mouth shut after a few drinks. He was a real fountain of information.
I see. You were spending time with Jacob. I thought that Jacob kept you there against your will. But it actually was the other way around.
It's a dirty job, but someone's gotta do it. He appeared to be in a quite drunken state, and I was only pretending to drink so that it wouldn't interfere with my mission.
So what happened after that?
Abby, the maid, told us that the food was ready, so we went to the dining hall.
And you arrived rather late. If I remember correctly, you were the last guest to arrive in the dining hall. Right, Eneko?
Neneko sounds just sudden. Come to think of it, I thought I'd quickly run back to the guest room building. I went to the bridge, but I noticed that the heavy iron door was closed. I figured that opening it would take too much time, so I just went back to the dining hall instead. I don't know if he was waiting for me or just took his time in the bathroom, but I ran into Jacob again. And we went to the dining hall together. That's it.
I see, so the iron door was closed. Was there anything unusual about the corridor?
Unusual. Nothing in particular. No. Come to think of it, I think the iron doors were open at first. Does that mean that someone closed them?
The iron doors were open. When was that?
I was disgusted by Jacob's drinking, so I pretended I had to go back to my room to adjust my makeup. What time was it? It was before Abby told us about lunch, so it had to be sometime before everyone gathered in the dining hall.
So it was open before Ikeda and Neneko is going to go there, and by the time they want to pass the door again, it was closed. Okay. Sometime before everyone got together in the dining hall, so the doors were open at that time. However, when I went to the corridor later on, doors were closed again.
That seems to be the case. Someone must have lowered the doors.
Someone lowered the iron doors. There must have been a reason for that.
Why would anyone need to close those doors?
So that the fire won't burn the rest of the building?
Maybe.
Did you notice anything about the cause of death or the murders of Thomas and Sir Raymond?
If you're asking about my autopsies, I was taking them very seriously. I wasn't hiding anything. Thomas burned to death, and Sir Raymond died of blood loss after he was tortured.
Thomas burned to death where there wasn't any fire. Sir Raymond was cautious but ended up being murdered anyway. from the perspective of an undercover investigator. What do you think?
Sorry, but I don't really know what to think. The way I see it, the circumstances surrounding Thomas's murder were very strange indeed. And although Sir Raymond was extremely vigilant, he was killed. But if the killer is a trained assassin, they would have overpowered him with ease.
Sir Raymond probably had a gun or some kind of communication device. I don't think he would have had any time to use any of them, though. One more thing, Riel. Did you hear any strange moaning after you arrived at the island and were escorted to your room?
A strange moaning? Yes, I think I did. It sounds like the useless screaming of a half-footed girl. Uh, uh,
I forgot about her screams. Did you hear anything else? Men's groans, for example?
a man's groans? No, I don't think I did. But is that connected to any of the murders?
I'm only guessing here, but I think that Sir Raymond was captured and killed around the same time we were shown to our rooms.
He was tied up and drugged. After that, all the killer had to do was torture and kill him. The killer seems to have harbored quite a grudge against him. But was it tortured in the same room where we found his body?
It was on the first floor, right? The the
I
the
forget.
body of Sir Raymond. So Ikeda's room
Sir,
is on the
I,
first floor too, in the ground floor, and Alex can hear it.
mm,
So it means
oh,
they're in the same room.
oh,
That
maybe.
that's why the rest cannot hear it. I guess.
Uh, I wonder, even if the killer was a professional, I don't think Sir Raymond would fall into such an obvious trap. Obvious trap.
Officious. Yeah, that's a word.
Obvious.
If you were Sir Raymond, what would catch you off guard?
Someone who wasn't supposed to be there. That could have caught him by surprise.
I see. Someone who should not have been there. Who could the killer be?
My guess would be that it is a trained assassin.
It's Vincent.
Just it. When we can meet Vincent.
We
That's
met
all I
him
have to
once.
say. But yes, just once when he just run out and just look about the Sir Raymond and then just go away.
Yes.
Bye. That's all I have to say about it.
Yes. So that. Would you happen to know a girl called Aurora?
Aurora, who's that? What does she look like?
She's a blonde with blue eyes and wears a big blue ribbon in her hair.
There's someone on this island who looks like that. I don't remember seeing her, but could she have survived what they did to the girls in this mansion?
Well, if you don't know her, forget about it.
Hmm?
Perhaps you shouldn't ask Real about Aurora.
Perhaps they shouldn't have
I mean,
real.
yeah. Real doesn't know about her either. If she was a spiritual character created by the computer, it's only natural that none of the other guests don't know about her. But why did Alex react like that when I mentioned her name? I wonder. Never mind. I want to ask you one last thing. If I find it hard to believe that an undercover investigator like you doesn't have a way to get in touch with the outside world. Are you hiding anything?
All communications from the island are monitored, and they've also set up several jammers. It's not possible to contact the outside world with regular communication equipment.
So what you're saying is that it is possible with special equipment?
Well, I have an optical wireless communication device. It can communicate directly with satellites by using a high power laser. This will avoid any jammers on the island, and there is no way to communication can be intercepted. But this device has a major drawback. It can be used if there's too much cloud cover. not bad for a stupid little girl. Exactly. It's not a big deal in a normal area, but in the alienation is a problem. There is a cloud cover all year around, so it can be used to communicate often. Since we arrived on this island, I haven't been able to use it even once. And even then, the beam needs to be focused precisely, make it very difficult to use.
Still, good to have in case of an emergency.
Yes, it would be really nice to not be dead by then. Yeah.
Uh,
Also, without.
should
Also, without conclusion.
we read
Yes.
reels dialogue like this?
Also,
Yes.
without conclusive evidence that those weapons are.
Nice wizard.
No, you continue it.
Also, without conclusive evidence that those weapons are being developed here, nobody will be coming for us. The risk is too high. We're stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Wait,
Eh, eh, eh.
oh yeah, okay.
Where is the... So, Ikeda, do you really think we can survive this? Judging from the cold-blooded ways each of the dead has been murdered, we're dealing with a professional assassin. Oh, and let's go. And let's not forget
Let's
about the
go.
crazier. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, I'm doing everything I can, and if things really go south, we could always try the healing power of prayer.
Stop joking around. What
Ye-
good would prayer do?
It will
What
calm
good
your
would prayer
heart.
do?
It will calm your heart.
Yo.
Auzubillah minasyaitonir rajim. Then the demon will burn.
Yes. I've seen enough darkness and evil in my life. If there was a god, this world would be a little bit less wretched. Meh. And if God does exist, he doesn't get involved in anything, so he might just as well not exist. Kayak dia atletis ya. She is atletis. So I do pray to God. I know I'm the only one looking out for myself.
Welcome to the wonderful world of sarcasm. I don't mean everything I say so literally, you know.
She reminds me of someone. Come to think of it, your office is in New York, isn't it? Can you see Manhattan skyline from there?
What's this all of a sudden? Yeah, my office has a great night view of it.
Ikeda, if you don't stop lying, the demon will rip your tongue out.
Actually, I'm bending the truth a little bit, but I do know a few places from where you can see the skyline at night.
I see. The Manhattan skyline. I've never seen it with my own eyes. If I die but you make it out of here, please scatter my ashes there. I don't have any friends or family. I'd rather be put to rest than 6 feet under.
Now, let me talk. Also, you can't see the
Okay.
skyline if all that's left of you are some ashes. Come to New York in one piece instead. I don't want to carry around your urn.
I don't think all of us will be getting off this island alive. It's alright. If you die and I survive, I'll scatter your ashes on the East River.
It's very kind of you. We're all getting out of here alive. We can have breakfast in Manhattan, hamburgers for lunch, dinner in Brooklyn at night, and finally drinks at the bar. And the East River won't have to be polluted with any of our ashes.
I guess that's something to look forward to. What happened after this? I might have had a little bit too much to drink. I'll sober up in my room and come back a little later. Do not reveal my true identity to anyone, okay?
Of course, no need to tell me. We'll just pretend that things are the same as before. Don't worry.
Actually, I'm more worried about the gloomy girl.
Don't worry about her. Neneko doesn't even possess the communication skills that would allow her to talk about that.
You stop insulting me. But come to think of it, you're probably right. I'll see you later.
At least we discovered her real identity.
I'm glad we did, but What are we going to do now?
Of course, our next step will be unmasking the killer. Her testimony. Real talk about everyone. We combine and compare all of the testimonies. I'm convinced that we will be able to unmask the killer. Could you take a look at this first?
What is
Hmm,
this?
it's the bridge.
Okay.
Thomas was the first guest who crossed the bridge. We don't know if the doors were open or closed at that time.
No, Real and Jacob crossed the bridge first.
Ah, yes, you're right. Alright, but let's focus on retracing Thomas' steps, as he was the one who was murdered. Riel noticed that the doors were open. Next, Thomas crossed the bridge. Yes.
Yes, at this point in time, the doors were open. But what if we base this solely on Real's testimony? We don't know if the doors were closed before or after Thomas went to the dining hall.
This part is definitely muddled.
What
After
is that?
that, we went through the corridor and crossed the bridge. The iron doors were closed and nothing was happening on the bridge, right?
Yes, I do remember anything being out of the ordinary.
One important fact that the iron doors were closed when we went through the corridor. So if real testimony was correct, someone must have closed the iron doors just before we crossed the bridge. When Ikeda and Neneko was crossing the bridge, they saw
Mm,
Abby in the other side,
mm.
on the other side. And when
Abby.
they asked Abby about the door, like, why was the door closed? And Abby answers like, mm, is the door closed? I didn't notice that. I will open that again, like that. So after
Ah.
Ikeda and Neneko uh, went and crossed the bridge,
Mm,
Abby will keep the door open. Who could it have
mm.
been? The iron doors, most likely. Hmm. I don't know.
I don't
Uh,
know too. Why Abby is not noticed in their description?
I don't know. But when so this wait the guests that arrive after us are Akira and Giselle, I believe, based on their testimonies. You remember it,
Mm,
right? So after we
yes,
arrive and Akira first, then Giselle, right? They
yes,
said the door is still open, right?
yes.
Hmm. Someone must have closed the door.
Maybe the Thomas itself. I don't know, or the killer. And maybe the killer is just put the thing that murdered Thomas inside the door,
Ah, yeah,
and
that
then
could be possible. Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's
yes.
let's go with the killer closed them. The killer probably closed them. I should have saved there. Oh my god.
Yep, 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 yep,
Nah.
yep. Shut up.
It's okay. Well, only the killer. Well, yeah, it's you.
But did they go to first? Well, only the killer would benefit from the doors being closed, but did they go to the bridge just to close the doors?
True, that's the word.
Someone could have seen them closing the doors.
Perhaps the killer really wanted to have the door closed, even though someone could have seen them.
But still, it would have been a lot of work.
Let's talk about the murder
Uh,
scene. After we crossed the bridge, we met Abby. Yeah, this is what I talked about
okay, this
earlier.
Abby.
Abby told others that she would lock the doors
This
into
is where
place.
Abby.
If she did as she said, the
Why
iron door
is
should have
silent?
been open right after
Ah, my
that.
connection.
I am still talking. Can, can you not hear my voice? the OBS can recognize my voice. That means it's just you that cannot hear my voice, Ian.
Yes, yes. I cannot hear. I already hear
Abby told us
just
that
now.
she would lock the doors into place. If she did as she said, the iron doors should have been opened right after that.
She's a villain and a murderer
Mm,
and tried to break my bones, so maybe she was lying. She,
But
she,
that doesn't appear to be the case. If Akira and Giselle's testimonies are true, the iron doors were open. Yeah, Abby still have the door open for Akira and Giselle. So Abby did what she said she she was going to do. And when who was it again? What is her
who?
name? Riel.
Thomas?
Yeah. When
Ariel?
Riel
Yeah,
came back,
Ariel.
it's already closed, right? After that, Akira and
Yes.
Giselle went straight to the dining hall without noticing anything unusual. Oh yeah, by the way, Alex arrived after Giselle, and she said that the door was
Mm,
closed.
oh, yes. So who closed the door? Is a B.
I don't know. Well, the
Okay.
culprit, I can say it's the culprit.
Okay. Giselle said she went back to her room to pick up her notebook. That's it's pretty suspicious behavior.
Oh, that's right. Giselle
Hmm.
returned to her room and picked up her notebook and then went back to the dining hall. The doors were open at that time, and there was still nothing strange about the bridge. Alex crossed the bridge next. Alex also testified that there was nothing strange about the bridge and the doors, and that the iron doors were closed. He was the last one to cross the bridge. Oh, he said he because he's talking to Neneko. Okay.
Yes. It's suspicious. Alex could have closed the doors and might have done something on the bridge, right? Is his testimony trustworthy?
In any case, considering Riel's testimony, it's clear that the iron doors were closed at this point. We don't know who closed them for now, anyway.
But anyone could have closed them, including Akira, who left the dining hall immediately. Only the two of us have an alibi. Alibi. How to read alibi.
It's alibi.
Alibi. or did the people from the mansion close it? Yeah, it's a B, maybe.
Might be
We don't know it.
possible, but it wouldn't explain why Abby went out of her way to open those heavy doors. If the killer had the people from the mansion close the doors, why would Abby open the doors in the first place?
Does that mean that the killer closed them?
That's what we have been saying, Neneko. And
Nah,
Thomas,
Nenek.
who stepped out of the dining hall, was burned to a crisp in the corner in the guest room building.
Uh,
Judging from both your and Alex's testimonies that the bridge felt warm, it's certain that there was something hot on the bridge. But Alex told me he didn't see anything unusual on the bridge when he crossed it. That's very strange. If there was something strange on the bridge, Alex would probably have noticed. This part is still fake.
Maybe Alex was just lying.
That could certainly be the case, but Riel might be lying as well.
Okay, who's the liar here? When it comes to what happened on the bridge, the testimonies of those two are the most suspicious.
Considering the situation, definitely. Or could these things be less complicated than we are thinking?
I think it's best to keep this simple. Keep things simple.
Perhaps we should not focus only on the murder of Thomas. This could be somehow related to the murder of Sir Raymond as well.
Okay.
Kida, Alex, and Thomas. here. This is where the
And
guest room were located. We found Sir Raymond's body in this room. Which room? Huh? Which room?
um,
This room. Okay,
mm,
yeah.
okay.
It's unexpected.
There's nothing particularly strange about it. That is there anything here that points to the killer?
I want to try something.
What do you want to try? I mean, go right ahead, but
Going to the room where Sir
uh,
Raymond's body was found, and I'll yell from there. I want you to listen if you can hear my voice in this room.
okay. Are you really going to back to that room? My knees are shaking again. Uh, hey, that means you're going to leave me alone again. You got to be kidding. No, you can't be serious.
Stop complaining. You'll be fine. I'll be gone for 1 minute
Uh,
or for 2 minutes at most.
are you really going to go? Calm down. Calm down, Nico. I think it's just too bad you can't trying to be funny. oh, you idiot. Don't you?
I can hear Neneko yelling and screaming behind the door, but I need to check my hunch. I better hurry to the room where we found Sir Raymond's body.
Well, it's
Uh,
it's not
uh,
be clear.
this room is so gross. That putrid dead body smell still hangs in the air. I better get this over with quickly. Neneko
I
is a
smell
bonehead!
beer.
Let's do it. Now to find out if Neneko could hear me. I'll go back to my room. Hey, Neneko, I'm done.
Okay.
You can come out of hiding.
Kid, you idiot! You made me wait almost a million years.
That long and you haven't had a mental breakdown. Not bad at all. So, could you hear me shout?
Shout? Ah, you mentioned that. I completely forgot. Oh, she didn't
Yeesh.
hear anything.
Well, since you totally forgot about it, I'll just have to go back one more time.
No, I'm just kidding. I remember what you told me.
Are you sure? So, could you hear my voice over there?
Hmm. The thing I did, probably. I'm telling the truth. Would I lie to you? Don't leave me alone anymore, please. If you leave me again, I'll call you some demon scumbag again for the rest of your life.
Whatever. Anyway, I believe you. But if you didn't hear me, then it's kind of strange because Alex and I both could hear Sir Raymond's moans.
Uh, it doesn't
This is how
appear.
exactly Neneko would try to talk. Mm,
It's not a beer. It's still not a beer.
okay, wait for a minute. I'm gonna share my screen back again. Is it there?
No, not yet. Okay, wait.
Mhm.
Okay, oh, that would mean that the money didn't come from the room, but came from the hallway instead. Maybe.
No, I checked the hallway as soon as I heard the moaning. But there was nothing unusual there. I didn't hear the sound of the door closing. That moaning sound had to have come from another room.
Mm, well then, which room did it come from?
I think that it came from the room next to this one.
The room next to this one. I have a bad feeling about this.
Join the party. If I break into the room next to ours, I may be able to find some evidence there.
Okay, who's beside us?
No one.
I know it. Don't go. Stop leaving me behind.
Probably Aurora. Come with me then.
Who's Aurora? Who's Aurora? Ding 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 ding. To be honest, I don't like that either. Wait, I have the feeling you're going to leave me again. I guess I'll just have to come with you because you won't be able to do anything without me.
That's very helpful, really.
No, what's with this smooch look? Are you going to pick that lock?
Is water wet?
Mm, it's a hard question.
Not bad for someone who's so useless.
I guess you'll always have a career in burglary you can't fall back on.
Alright, all clear. I don't see anyone hiding.
Oh, so okay, what happened? Why didn't you just turn on the light?
It's
You
almost
know,
identical to our room. The only thing that's different is the painting. Oh yeah, it's different. Do you notice
okay.
anything? It doesn't matter how small.
Ah!
Mm,
I don't notice
mm.
anything. Hey, go away. I can really this Steam icon is there.
Steam icon? What? What?
Yes,
Steam icon?
the Steam tab on. Just there. Do you notice anything? Nothing in particular, to be honest. Well, these shits are a bit misaligned, but only a tiny bit.
The shits, huh?
I don't think it's a big deal.
No, I think it is.
Mm. What is that? Handkerchief with initials on it. What's it underneath the bed?
So,
DR
the
doctor.
initials DR. Dan Raymond. So, this was Sir Raymond's handkerchief. Doesn't have any dust on it. I also don't think the killer left it there on purpose. It's important evidence that
Ah.
proved that Sir Raymond was in this room recently. Mm?
What's that change? Is it-
Mm.
I'm sad. I can feel how Akira trying to say it. So Raymond was attacked here, but isn't that strange?
It's certainly strange. So, the killer called Sir Raymond to come all the way to the room next to yours. Then they went out of their way to move him to a different room to kill him. No matter how you think about it, isn't it strange?
Strange.
It's certainly a mystery. Why did I read that? I don't know. It's certain.
I don't know too.
Why did they tell him to come to this room? And why did they move him to a different room later?
Mm, what do you think? I really don't know.
Let's see, I might know why they moved Sir Raymond to the other room. When the killer
Why?
murdered Sir Raymond, he would have known about my real background. So they must have thought that it would be too risky to mutilate him in the room next to mine. That's why they moved him to a different room. Wait. So they kind of use Aurora to
Who's
spill
a
for to
spill?
yeah to make Ikeda spill his real identity. So when he arrived here, he was in a disguise to be this guy called Taro Higgins, right? But then when he arrived and trying to cross the bridge, Aurora came up to him and
Really?
asked him to reveal his true identity. Like
I
he
don't remember
she
it.
she had a feeling, yeah, because you was not there. I was playing this alone.
Yes. Okay.
So I'm assuming that Ikeda got sedated pretty quickly, pretty early in the game. That's why someone altered his memory to make
Ah.
Aurora appear in his memory to
Oh,
do stuff.
okay.
Okay. Probably, I don't know.
So, in other words, Ikeda has got a brainwash twice.
Probably, yes.
Uh,
But I don't know how the first brainwash
wow.
happened. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know too. Did they really have to mutilate him? Mutilate him? I mean, they want to mutilate him so badly, even if it would mean that they could be discovered. What is a sick person?
They likely harbored a grudge against him. Anyway, even this will not explain why the body was moved. I do not understand why the secret meeting with Sir Raymond took place in this room. There would be only disadvantage to having a secret meeting here.
Which room? It's as if it just had to be this room for a reason.
The reason why it had to be this room. For instance, perhaps there's a hidden passageway in this room. That would explain why Sir Raymond was caught off guard.
But in the case, it had to be a passageway that the killer knew about it, but Sir Raymond didn't. It is possible that there is a hidden passage here that even the administrator of this mansion didn't know about.
It's certainly a little bit unlikely. Or did they manage to surprise him another way?
Another way? How then?
Through the window? Because
This is the first floor?
uh and
Hmm.
you remember that Neneko came out from Ikeda's window, right?
Yes, that's right.
For example, yeah, sneak through the window.
Yes. What again?
Save first, save first.
Yay. Say
Sneak
first.
through the window. These windows have no lock, so they could sneak in from outside. From the window?
From the window, there's a terrible wind blowing constantly. Did they sneak in by using a rope? Uh.
Neneko is struggling to find a word to come out from her mouth.
It would be quite difficult or even impossible.
Well, it certainly would be difficult, but I don't think it would be possible for a trained professional killer, that is.
Well, if you put it like that, you may be right. Just by thinking about the possibilities, all memories come back into my mind, and I feel dizzy. Let's just talk about this.
I almost thought that I had solved the case though.
Can we try another answer?
Well, let's go with this first.
Okay. How could the killer have come up with such a strange murder method? There must have been a simpler way.
Certainly, or maybe the killer was inspired by something that had happened in the past. An isolated island in the sea, strange iron doors, a warm bridge, a burnt corpse, constantly blowing winds, a transparent killer, a mysterious creature. Wait, by Jove, I think I've got it. The killer's modus operandi.
What? Really? Tell me.
If what I'm thinking is right, only this person could be the killer. Killer is Vincent.
Yes. Oh.
Hang on, I heard
Uh,
something behind the door.
ding 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 ding.
Wait. This
What? What are
this
we?
this is still the locked door, the lock room, right?
Whose room is this? Ikeda's room.
No, this is not Ikeda's room. It's the one that has the Sir Raymond's handkerchief.
Oh
Wait,
yes. Yeah,
let
yeah,
me
yeah.
save it first here, and we
Okay.
can load and try the other answer.
Okay.
But I'm sure that
But that's
yeah,
true.
yeah, I forgot.
Abby, who gave us our keys, was in the hallway at that time. I don't think it would be possible to sneak in through the hallway if she was standing guard there until Sir Raymond came.
Which means there was a high risk of getting a notice. but it's possible that Abby was trying to betray Sir Raymond, so she might not have been protecting him.
Well, that's true, but if that's the case, I don't think Sir Raymond would have let his guard down. Nobody was standing guard here. He would have been cautious of someone picking the lock and sneaking in.
You have a point.
Oh, okay.
I
I mean,
almost
it's not
thought that I had
unlikely.
solved the case though.
Um, I mean,
What if
but
they
you sneak
sneaked
into.
into? Oh, what? Okay,
Okay.
that's the correct answer. Then we were
Wow.
having.
Yeah, we're
Hmm.
smart. What are you talking about? Your timing totally sucks. Okay, what happened? Are you leading on me?
Who's there? What are you doing there?
Who
Oh,
this? Oh, was
they
there
they
really
ran.
someone there?
They ran. There they go. Let's go after them.
Yeah, they
What
ran.
the?
Whoa, what the? Why are you guys coming out there? You give me fright.
Akira, did you see anyone running past you right now?
What? I just saw Jacob.
Or was it Jacob?
No, Jacob.
Darn, I have a bad feeling about this. Wait, hold up. It's some.
Wait, hold up.
Oh yeah.
Did something happen again? Hey, wait. Hey, wait. Hey, what's going on? Jacob just ran past me.
So Jacob was
Jacob
listening in
is
on
who
us from
is
there.
Jacob?
What's he up to?
Who
Real,
is
stand back.
Jacob?
I'm opening the door.
Oh, okay.
The iron door is no longer blocked. Looks like he's one step ahead of us.
Who is Jacob?
Jacob!
Jacob.
Jacob is in the middle of the bridge. I can see Vincent and Abby blocking the way.
Huh. What is he doing?
Neriko, duck. Vincent's holding a gun.
What? A guy?
Someone did the killer, after all. Jacob is shouting something at them, but the sound of the wind makes it difficult to make out what he is saying. The killer is... What?
Huh?
Does Jacob know who the killer is? Is he eavesdropping on us to learn information that could unmask the killer? Please, because I have... Jacob and the other two appear to be negotiating, but I still cannot hear what they're saying. Vincent and Abby don't appear to be very open to negotiations. I have a feeling something very bad is about to happen.
Ah, no. Hey, what's going on here? Okay, Akira will dead.
It looks like everyone in the guest room building heard the commotion and has come here. Riel, Akira, Giselle, and Alex are all here. Get
Wow.
away from the door! Vincent has a gun. He might shoot you. Stay out of his line of sight.
Alright. But what the hell is going on? He's got his gun pointed at Jacob. What's going on?
I think Jacob's trying to cut a deal with them. That's just a guess, though. What?
What?
It's like the negotiations have fallen apart.
Oh no. What was the gunshot? What happened? Tell me. Okay,
Not very
Vincent, you
pleasant
are
sight.
sus.
Look, alright. That was his headshot from the hip.
Oh my lord.
Vincent appears to be an expert marksman. He is really
he
sus.
is the traded assassin. This is a warning. Vincent is
warning to the killer. You have 30 minutes. If you don't tell me the code by then, I will kill everyone without mercy. Vincent! What code do you want? Detective, outsiders shouldn't talk too much, or their lives will be cut short here. Whoa! I see Vincent's muzzle move in my direction and quickly take cover. Suddenly the iron
Goodbye,
door
Jacob.
on both sides close. The guest rooms and the main building are separated again. We have 30 minutes. That's not a lot of time. There is no point in asking the killer for help now. I will have to reveal their identity. Let's go back to my room. We can discuss what to do next there.
How can you just stay so calm after that? You said we only have 30 minutes. What is the code anyway? What do they want?
Just calm down. Let me think. Let's go to my room and plan our next move there.
Don't tell me you're going to shoot yourself in the head?
Not strong enough to do that yet. Besides, if I had to shoot someone. I shoot the person who got us into this mess in the first place.
Okay.
Time for the big reveal. Time to settle this once and for all. And time to end the stream. It's
Yes.
11:30 now. Oh my god.
Okay. Oh, I don't
There's
realize it.
there's a lot of
Wow.
drop frames in this stream. I hope it's still watchable.
Yeah.
3.5% of this stream is stuttering, so I hope it is okay for you guys.
Um,
And I'm sorry if it's not okay. I still hope it's
Look,
enjoyable.
um,
Yeah.
I'm
And
trying to be good,
yeah,
good, good. I'm trying to like Neneko.
trying to like mimic. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, she is trying so hard to read the text even though she cannot read it because it doesn't appear on her screen. Okay. That's it for today. See you later. Bye-bye.